Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. Thank you guys for coming back to this channel. This is Antonio, and I'm glad that you were able to come back and to watch our next devotional video. Today's video is coming out of Romans chapter 15, but before we get to there, the reason why we're going to be talking about what we're talking about today is because over the last several months, probably, realistically speaking, for the last year at least, there's been a lot of debate, discussion, conversation, arguments, fighting in our country, in our world, but mainly here in our country with a lot of the political contests that were going on. And even now that the contests are over, there's a lot of political arguing. And I see through social media other Christians getting involved, and and that's okay if you're having those discussions, those polite conversations. But something that has been heavy on my mind is why we say certain things. We say even good things. Why are we talking about it? Why are we bringing it up? Why do we discuss these things? Not that they're not to be discussed, but I'm talking more about the motive to which we do it, and how do we maintain what we intend. And what I mean is this: when we bring up these certain conversations, when we bring up these certain topics, are we doing it to prove the other person wrong? Are we doing it just for interesting conversation? Or are we doing it to glorify God? In Romans chapter 15, and so if you have a Bible, please turn there. In Romans chapter 15, you might have a Bible heading. And I just got done reading through several of the chapters, the last half of Romans this morning. Came across chapter 15, and it's called The Example of Christ. At least the first few verses are about that. And in verse 5, it begins, "May the God of endurance and encouragement grant you to live in such harmony with one another, in accord with Jesus Christ, that together you may with one voice glorify the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ." Now, this came after, this part of the letter comes after Paul is talking about not causing another brother to stumble and not doing those sort of things. And so I think it's very important for us to take that into consideration. There are certain topics, not just political topics, that our brothers and sisters can't necessarily talk about without getting angry, without getting riled up. And so if we're encouraging those things with them, are we living as Christ did, being those peacemakers? In Matthew chapter 5, in the Beatitudes, it says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God." So I don't want to get into this big political rant with you guys. I just want to provide some food for thought, because it doesn't look like a lot of the issues in this country right now are going to be solved, by tomorrow morning. So I want to encourage you guys who are watching this video to live as Christians, but more importantly, to live as Jesus Christ lived, to be peacemakers, and in all that we do, that we glorify the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ in word and in deed. So I hope that was encouraging to you guys. I hope it provided some food for thought. I know it's been on my mind. This particular verse hasn't been on my mind, but this whole idea, this whole discussion has been on my mind for some time. I just didn't know how to talk about it until I came across these verses this morning. So thank you so much, guys. Please share this, and let's, as much as we're promoting other things, let us promote the love and mercy and forgiveness of our Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great day.